Hello and welcome to EBTV3's presentation of East Brunswick High School Athletics. This evening we're here for a wrestling match between the Bears and the Vikings of South Brunswick. I'm Charlie King. I'm joined by someone who really needs no introduction to wrestling in East Brunswick, an outstanding wrestler here at East Brunswick High School, coach, the head coach, an outstanding official, Mr. Stu Kohn. Stu, welcome.
Thank you, Charlie.
As I said, this evening the Bears host the Vikings. The Bears are off to a very good start this year, having participated in a couple of tournaments. And I know the North Brunswick tournament, which was conducted over the holidays, they had six champs in that tournament, 11 teams in that outing over there in North Brunswick, and the Bears did very well. Who do we see for the Bears among those six champs, maybe, or some other guys?
Well, among the six champions, Carmen Corona was named the outstanding wrestler of the tournament, and he was joined by Corey Richings, John Clay, I want to say Tim or Brian Ackerman. I'll cheat with my sheet. Brian Ackerman was a champion, and Kevin Mooney was also a champion. And East Brunswick had a 50-point lead between them and the second-place finisher. So we see an up-and-coming East Brunswick team that returns 12 starters from last year. And on the other side of the mat, we have South Brunswick, which is always a top 20 team, powerhouse, a little decimated by graduation. So we should be in for a really good bout, an upcoming East Brunswick team, and hitting South Brunswick at the right time. This could be the time for East Brunswick tonight.
Yeah, I know South Brunswick is coached by a gentleman who we all know, right. Joe Doherty, who coached here, coached the Bears when Coach DeMarco, Greg DeMarco, was here as the leader of the Bears. So Joe needs no introduction to the East Brunswick fans. And when reading the Home News Tribune earlier in December, they were talking about South Brunswick maybe unseating South Plainfield and being right up there among the top.
You know, it's funny how the tide can just turn, and there's 14 weight classes, and to be a strong team, you need an awful lot of talent, and sometimes you're just a couple chips down, it turns the whole program around. There's no points for losing close.
That's true. I know South Brunswick is 1-3 in dual meets. What kind of competition have they had at that level?
Well, that's the only thing that might be to their advantage over the Bears tonight. They've had a total of 4 dual meets already. The Bears are coming into today just with the tournament and haven't wrestled a dual meet, so we don't know what kind of dual meet team to expect from East Brunswick. We did see some good team balance from the Bears in the North Brunswick tournament, and hopefully that was enough of a get ready fast for South Brunswick here tonight.
Right. What's the difference between a dual meet and a tournament in terms of who you put out there on the mat?
It's a good question. In a tournament, you can get away with a few strong wrestlers to carry you through to the title by building up a lot of points. In a dual meet, where you're strong, you need to be strong, and where you're weak, you need to be offensively defensive and not give up a lot. So you need the balance in the dual meet.
Right. Now, when we look over the lineups for this evening, do you see anything that is outstanding there? I remember from last year, certainly Corey Richings, and as you mentioned, Carmen Corona, who wrestled last year.
I think our most competitive bout of the night is going to come whoever wrestles Carmen Corona at 125. South Brunswick has 2 legitimate strong wrestlers they can put out against him, either Garrett Nasdio or Paul Strinkowski. Either one is going to give Carmen Corona probably a good bout, and that could be our best bout of the night. And South Brunswick is anchored by Mike Valentino at 160, who's very strong. So we should be in for a real entertaining matchup tonight. Both teams have a shot to win this, and it's going to take all 14 bouts tonight, I think, to come up with a winner.
So you're predicting that we're going to go right down to that 275, the super heavyweight, I guess we call those guys.
That new glitch in wrestling. I'm not sure what bout we're starting at tonight,
right.
But it's going to take all 14 wrestlers a strong performance tonight to keep the Bears in this match and have a shot at the win.
Now, how does that work? As to where we start, we always started for years. Of course, wrestling has changed so much. We used to have riding time. I guess we're kind of admitting our age here when we talk about riding time. Some people look at you and say, "Riding time? What's that?" And we always started at 101 in those days.
Some of the rules change frequently for the better of the sport, but they're all intended for the betterment of the sport. And one rule they changed, which I think has worked out to better the sport, is the random draw. The poor heavyweight, always had the pressure on his shoulders. The last kid to wrestle You win, you're the champion. You lose, there's nowhere to hide out there. So in fairness to the sport, they random draw now. After they weigh in, the coaches will pick, just like cards out of a hat, 1 through 14, and whatever number comes up, that's the corresponding weight class they'll start the match at.
Oh,
And it seems to have been working out very well.
Yeah, I can remember some of those matches where the weight really was on. The whole match was on what happened at that heavyweight. I'll never forget
I know what you're saying.
South River and Jeeves against Russ Olson and Billy Jeeves, and it came right down to the very end.
1979.
1979. And with that, we'll take a few minutes, and we'll be right back with the start of this evening's match.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was Liz Leone singing the national anthem, and we're back here at East Brunswick High School getting ready for our first match, and we're going to start at 119. East Brunswick's got the captains out there, and they're going to determine
Home and away.
Home and away. Red is the color, so that's South Brunswick. So they won the toss on that one.
It sounded like they took even.
Okay.
Odd bets.
South Brunswick
Got a 50-50 shot at, and I got it wrong.
Okay. What is the advantage of?
Okay, so on the odd bouts, South Brunswick will have to send the wrestler to the mat first, and then East Brunswick can determine the matchup they want to have by who comes out to the mat. And this is Garrett Nasdio for South Brunswick at 119. That's one of their stronger wrestlers in their lineup.
All right, Garrett Nasdio.
And it looks like John Park for East Brunswick.
Okay, we're ready to go at 119.
Park's a sophomore, gained some experience last year, came on strong at the end of the season. And Nasdio is a veteran to the lineup for South Brunswick.
I think you mentioned that in the introduction, that he's one of their better competitors.
He's
here.
one of their big guns.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he's going to be followed by Paul Strinkowski, also one of South Brunswick's better wrestlers. So East Brunswick needs to stay tough here early on.
So Park went in and got that leg, but he couldn't control it.
Well, Strinkowski came in with a kickback, got the takedown.
Garrett Nasdio, I think.
He's up 2-0.
Up 2-0.
Now Park wants to do here is get to his belly and get a fresh start.
Expose that back.
Well, John's up to his feet. Nice escape. Sit out and a turn in.
Okay, we got 1:08 in the first period. 2-1 South Brunswick. Nasdio. Park came up out of there pretty easily.
Yeah, well, the best defense for East Brunswick here is for John to stay offensive.
Okay. In other words, be aggressive.
At all times. As soon as you let your guard down, that's when you're vulnerable for an attack.
Well, John went and took that leg before, and then he got himself caught. I didn't see exactly what happened to
turn that over, but what do we got here, Stu?
Well, they're knotted up. Nasdio is going to try to do a spin around and control the hips for the takedown. If
So
Nasdio can control the hips, he'll get a takedown here.
So John's got to keep that arm in there.
Well, he's locked in that leg, and he's inside the thigh, and he's trying to hold on for a stalemate.
Two more.
Once the hips are covered, the takedown's awarded. Nice turn in by Parks.
He's got to get it. 7 seconds.
2-point reversal. So
That was nice. That was a nice move.
We're going to end the first period, 4-3 Nasdio.
Okay, that's South Brunswick. Garrett Nasdio up 4-3 at the end of one, but some nice moves on the part of John Park, who was one of those champs at the North Brunswick tournament. Oh, excuse me, we're looking at Kevin Mooney was the champ at this weight class. We'll correct that right away.
So Nasdio had choice position. He deferred his choice to Park, who took bottom. Nasdio's going to let him go, give him the 1, try to trade 1 for 2. So that ties up the bout at 4-4. Now both wrestlers will be looking for the takedown.
Now you would do that when you think you're the stronger, or you have an opportunity to take him back down.
Well, you're going to trade the 1 for the 2.
Right. Okay, the 1 for the escape and letting him up, and get the 2 when he goes down.
But for what we've seen from Park so far, you know, he shouldn't take John lightly. John's a tough competitor out there, and he's going to be in this bout.
Right.
Now, what Park wants to do here is get his head up, hold on to that elbow. Try to hold off for a stalemate or back out and get a fresh start.
And Nasdio wants to push that head down into the mat.
Nasdio wants to shrug it by.
Okay.
He's going to look to high step over.
Does John want to stay on his feet, or?
Well, if they don't improve their position in a few seconds, referee will call stalemate. There it is, and we'll get a fresh start. Referee will give you an opportunity to improve your position. If there's no improvement in a few seconds, we'll get the fresh start. Our official tonight.
A lot of our fans probably recognize that young gentleman there who's running the show, at least in this match, Eddie Glassheim. A longtime official and an outstanding official, for that matter.
Former county champ and wrestler for East Brunswick.
Absolutely.
He's being joined by Ken Barnaby.
And then they change each match.
And the other will assist in the off bout.
So Ken is assisting Eddie on this one.
Yeah,
okay.
and Ed can go to Ken for an opinion if he so chooses.
Okay.
The head official alternates each bout, and that official has the final say.
All right. And that's somewhat new, the 2 officials.
As we wind down here in the second period, Nasdio deferred his choice, so he's going to have choice in the third period.
So Nasdio needs to do something here. We're down to 7 seconds. 5, 4, 2, 1, 0. That's it. So Nasdio didn't do much in that period, and we're knotted up at 4 apiece.
Park's doing a nice job here. He's wrestling a seasoned wrestler, and he's really making a nice performance for himself. So Nasdio is going to look to explode out of here, and Park's going to need to keep him on the mat. So
now the only way Park can score if he is to turn him.
Exactly.
Expose the shoulders.
Right.
Try to break that arm down.
Park needs to get his hips out.
Yep. Okay.
Wrestling's very much a hip sport. A lot of your power comes from the hips. You see a really strong, good wrestler, 9 out of 10 times he'll have strong hips.
Nice move.
Nice move by Nasdio. It's going to get him a 2-point reversal. And we're at 6-4. Very aggressive, Nasdio. Fierce competitor.
He's coming on here in the third.
His brother, who graduated from South Brunswick last year, was a 2-time state place winner, who I believe is now wrestling for Middlesex County College.
So we're got a minute to go in the third period in the match, and it's 6-4.
Although Park's making a nice performance for himself, he's down 6-5 with the escape
6-5.
here. So this is a minute to go. This is a key takedown here, key takedown situation. Both men need this takedown.
So Park can take him down and win this thing.
He sure can. Needs to stay aggressive.
Got to get that leg.
Can't afford to give up a lot of time. We have 40 seconds.
Kind of looked like he was going to, and he kind of stopped in the middle of that move.
Park came on real strong at the end of the season last year, and it seems like right now he's battling Kevin Mooney for that starting job at 119, two competitive wrestlers.
Right.
Sometimes that happens.
We get down to 15 seconds here, 6-5, Nasdio. Down under 10 now. Throws him out of bounds.
So Park's got 6 seconds to work with here. Needs a takedown. So look for Parks to shoot right in. Waste no time and shoot right in.
I did. I don't know if he's going to be able to make a move.
Get a 6-5 win.
6-5 win.
Despite the loss for Parks, very impressive. A 6-5 loss to Nasio. As much as it's 3 team points for South Brunswick, it's a nice performance by Parks, and it should help him down the road. Now up for South Brunswick at 125 is going to be Paul Strinkowski, and this should be our feature bout. Even though it's the second bout of the night, this should be our feature bout. We got a fresh off outstanding wrestler performance of Carmen Corona, winning the North Brunswick tournament, undefeated, taking on Paul Strinkowski, certainly one of the better wrestlers on South Brunswick's lineup, and it's a little bit of cat and mouse here. South Brunswick's waiting to see who East Brunswick sends, and Strinkowski is going to take on Corona.
So this is going to be exciting, folks. Now, Carmen's a junior, right?
Carmen's a junior. Wrestled varsity last year. Went to the regions for East Brunswick. Has 2 younger brothers in the wrestling program. Also, we'll see Michael later on tonight at 103, and Christopher down at Hammershaw.
Oh, good.
Family of wrestlers.
Seems to go that way. Tough sport.
Very demanding.
Very demanding. You know what I like what they've done with the weight business in the last year or so. Talking to trainer Phil Hostler before, and they really come down and cutting all that weight, and that used to be the thing that
Out of safety of the athlete.
Yeah.
And Corona with a beautiful takedown. Beautiful on the edge, nice throw, nice hip toss on the board first. It's Corona on top of the match and on top of position.
Sometimes you won't see the official give that 2 points. What is the key to that?
I was think Ken Barnaby was waiting to see how they settled.
Okay.
And make sure it was there. What Carmen has to do here is be careful of locking his hands together. He was real close there. The offensive wrestler cannot lock hands around the body unless it's a pinning combination. And Strinkowski steps over for a reversal. So we're tied up here.
50
1 minute
seconds.
to go
At
at 2-2.
2-2.
Now it's Corona. He needs to break away for his 1.
Strinkowski's still got a hold of that leg, so if he can get that hand, there he goes. That's 1 now.
Now it's been awarded. Now Carmen's trying to muscle his way over, and he does. Beautiful. Nice step over.
Right.
Nice first period so far. Like what I see from Carmen.
He looks
here at
stronger. We did a match last year, a couple last year, and he just looks stronger to me.
Well, that year of experience between that sophomore and junior year really makes a difference. And, you know, you face the tough competition. And
right. We got 11 seconds remaining here. What Carmen needs to do is hold on to him there.
Needs to hang on the leg. Needs to work up, though, so he doesn't get called for stalling. You cannot stay in your position for more than 5 seconds.
Okay, at the end of the first period, we have a 5-2 score in favor of Carmen Corona for the Bears.
Now, Carmen deferred his choice, so he'll have choice in the third period. Corona in on the first move. stopping Strinkowski. There's that locked hands. See, that's the advantage of having the 2 officials.
The other, right, if there was one official,
Right.
you wouldn't have, probably
got
wouldn't
away
have seen
with
that.
that.
Yeah.
So
You can't get away with anything with 2 officials
that's
out
one of the
there.
calls the
Whoop.
assistant ref can make.
Stop right there. We've got a double lock hands. Double lock hands twice. 1 red and 1 red. That's 2 seconds.
Okay, so once he locked hands, Carmen needed to keep his hands locked. Once he let go and relock,
That's
it gave
another
a 2-point violation instead of a 1-point. And
So
now what worsens the pot for Carmen, if it happens again, next time it's going to be a 2-point violation.
Okay.
And he just did it. And there it is. Good call. And this is going to be a 2-point penalty. If it should happen again, Carmen will be disqualified.
So now we have Strinkowski up 6-5 because of the locked hands. And as Stu has said, if Carmen locks his hands again, he could be disqualified. He's going to let him up.
Well, safer on his feet. Can't get into trouble here. So he gives up another point as the escape. And now what Carmen really has to do is come back and get those freebie points back.
All right, giving away 4 points to a wrestler like Strinkowski is not too easy.
Well, one of the problems here I think Carmen was experiencing, he does a lot of freestyle wrestling over the summer where you can lock your hands. And then you get back into the scholastic flow in high school and you can't lock your hands.
Yeah, all right.
So I think it's a habit Carmen needs to break, but doing a beautiful job on his feet. He's really manhandling Strinkowski physically. Lets him up and he's going to go for that takedown again.
So we're at 8-7, Strinkowski with 44 seconds remaining in the second period.
And 3 of those points have been penalties for Strinkowski, and 2 of them
Actually,
have been,
4 of them.
Yeah,
4
and
points.
then 2 from Carmen letting him go. So
Yeah.
most of Strinkowski's points really
Right.
haven't been earned, so to speak.
All right. Locked up here, 29 seconds remaining.
Well, both wrestlers are in an ear-to-ear tie, looking for an opening. It's been Corona, the aggressor, on their feet. It's been Corona doing all the work. Unfortunately, he trails 8-7. Corona's got 14 seconds. Let's see if we
And
can
here
get one
Coach
more in.
Kuzenko giving him some advice over there. I didn't pick up exactly what he was saying.
It's certainly been Corona doing all the work.
All right, that's the end of the period. And Coach 8-7 in favor of South Brunswick wrestler Paul Strinkowski. And Coach Kuzenko was telling Carmen to take the down position.
Very wise. He hasn't had good success on top with that locking hand, so
Put him down there, and you don't
Put
think
him down.
Strinkowski can keep him there.
well, Corona's got to watch the cradle. Strinkowski has a nice cradle. What Carmen wants to do here is work up to his feet.
Okay.
Now, what Paul can't do here is a figure 4 around the body. He can't take that leg under his own foot. Figure 4s are illegal in high school wrestling. Corona,
Strinkowski's
nice
on his
roll
back.
through. Look for Corona to pick up 2 and possibly some back points here if he can hip heist out. Okay, Strinkowski avoids the dangerous situation. Puts Corona to his back for some back points. What Carmen needs to do here is let go of the head and belly down. Carmen needs to let go of the head, free himself to his belly. He's still in this bout.
There's a minute to go, and Carmen gets out of it. We've got 3 for
It's going to be
Strinkowski,
11-7.
but it should be 11. Carmen got 2, didn't he, to start with?
Didn't quite cut loose.
Okay.
Carmen needs to get his hips up here and look for a half on his own part. That's
He's
should
giving,
be a
officials
2-point
giving points
reversal.
here, and nobody's putting any up.
Look for okay, so Carmen's got 2. And he needs to pick up at least 2 back points to get this in overtime. He's got 20 seconds to work with. No back points given.
Whoa.
So we're at 11-9. Corona needs 2 points real fast with 10 seconds to work with here in the third.
Not much time.
So that's how it's going to end here, 11-9.
It's going to end 11-9. I don't know why. I thought that somewhere, but they didn't get that takedown the first time, is what you're saying. And that
He just didn't get his hips
series.
out.
Okay.
Look for those two to go back at it again in the districts.
That was a good match. Carmen wrestled him
Nothing
tough.
to be ashamed about. Wrestled tough.
I thought he had him on his back.
Brunswick.
The official comes over to the table here. They're questioning the score of the last bout, but
I think South Brunswick felt they should have had 2 more back points.
And then another set of 2.
Haven't seen any indication that more points were awarded. It wouldn't affect our team score in any way. And out now for East Brunswick is Jamie Guido taking on George Demetrius.
Demetrius. Dimitri. George Dimitri, South Brunswick. So we're at 1:30, and we have Jamie Guido and George Dimitri from South Brunswick.
Jamie is a senior. One of the strong points in East Brunswick lineup. So this is certainly a bout where East Brunswick can get on the scoreboard, trailing 6-0 in our team score.
Off the mat.
What East Brunswick would really like to do here is pick up some bonus points.
Bonus points.
Something other than a decision, tech fall, pin, major decision. A decision's going to get the Bears.
And a pin would get the Bears right back in this at 6-6.
That would tie us up.
All right. Okay, we're in our third bout at 1:30. And we got Guido with a takedown and 2 points.
Jamie's a year-round wrestler, which pays its dividends when the season rolls around. He's already in shape. He's already in condition.
Is that almost a requirement these days that you?
Well, if you want to be at the top,
okay,
it almost is.
I think that's true in almost every sport. Yeah. Basketball, certainly if you don't play summer ball or.
Well, every now and then someone strolls in with
just superior, some athletic ability, and you can get it done. But
yeah, far and few between, though.
Okay, we're under a minute in the first period with Guido up 2-0. What does Guido have to do here, Sue?
Well, he's trying to work a far side cradle, but he needs to keep Demetrius on the mat.
That's dangerous.
Referee stops that because he had the legs twisted. They went to their feet.
That hand behind the head, but is that what that signal is?
Hand behind the head is a signal for potentially dangerous. 2 hands behind the head is a signal for a full Nelson, which is a 1-point technical violation.
Okay.
Potentially dangerous is just a restart. As Guido's close to taking George to his back here.
Looks like his weight. No
Just didn't
points.
have enough arch into it.
Okay.
Guido's a good leg wrestler. Uses his leverage well.
That's the end of the first period with Guido up 2-0 over George Demetrio for the Vikings of South Brunswick at 130 pounds.
Jamie elects defense position to start the match.
Start the second period here.
Second period, bout,
right.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I don't think he's going to hold him myself, but
Good hand control by Jamie. Breaks himself free.
too strong for him.
and right away back in, trying to shoot for a takedown.
All right, that 1 point given to Guido for his escape. He's up 3-0 in the second period.
Guido in on a single leg.
You got to kick that other one, or you grab it.
Good technique there. Well, he ran, ran the pike.
2 for the takedown, so he's up 5-zip.
Guido needs to do here is open up, get some more points on the board. This is going to be a tight dual meet where the Bears are strong. They really need to garnish some points, so we don't need to stay aggressive here and just keep the pressure on.
Okay, we have blood time. The official is saying that there's blood on the South Brunswick wrestler's arm. So any blood has to immediate timeout and clean that blood off and put something over the top of it.
Well, each wrestler will have a cumulative total of 5 minutes per bout for blood. If the blood can never be contained within the 5-minute period, the bout would stop and your opponent would be the winner. But it happens so rarely.
As we can see there, the trainer is wrapping that
what is
elbow.
new this year, the first year, where the wrestler can actually be coached by the coaching staff during the timeout. In years past, you could not talk about anything other than the injury. This year, the coach can send instruction to the wrestler during the blood timeout. So this is the first time for that.
I think that's a good move. You saw Coach Doherty for South Brunswick over there watching the wrapping, telling George Demetrio what to do, and Coach Pazinko on the other side of the mat was giving a few words of encouragement and instruction to Jamie Guido, who is in control, 5-0, 1:22 in the second period. So what Guido needs to do here is to keep him down and turn him over. And I kind of hit that mat a little hard there.
Jamie needs to come out to the side, work on the sides.
Okay.
Jamie working into a
looks like he's got
situation.
some pretty close to point.
Yeah, he needs to arch that back a little more.
Okay. He tried to expose his back, which would have been 2 points. Or if he held him there for a longer period, 3.
Right. 5 seconds or more, he'll pick up to 3.
Okay, but he got nothing out of that.
If he can work in a half here, he could pick up some back points here.
I've seen guys almost pin themselves in this move.
And he's picking up points here.
Got 2.
Now, if you notice, he's scissoring the body here.
Yeah. Has he got enough leverage for a pin?
The scissor's okay. He can't figure 4. I don't think he's got enough there for a pin there, but he's picking up some back points. Now he changes off to an arm bar. Now he changes to a double arm bar, and now he's got 10 seconds. Let's see what he can do with it. That's tight.
He may have him. Oh, he's down. Eddie missed it. Well, I'm sorry, I get a little excited there.
Picks up 3.
3 and 3, I think. No, just 3.
Yeah,
just
you
1
can
3.
only pick up.
He didn't get any on the last exposure here.
You need to change your combination.
Okay.
Although it was a change combination, they really never left the back situation. Could have been construed as a second set of back points, but
it was a different move, wasn't it, the last one?
Yeah. Referee's always right.
I don't doubt that at all.
Even when he's wrong, he's right.
Well, okay, here we go into the third period. 8-0 Guido over Demetrio of South Brunswick. And the Bears certainly can use these team points.
Sure.
We need to rack up a few more, or possibly a pin. Which was very close there. I think the way he had him.
Well, Jamie's got a minute and a half to work with. Let's see what he could do.
Okay.
Guys, we get a nice crowd here tonight. It's nice to see the people out on a wrestling match. I think the true wrestling fans know that this is going to be a good one tonight.
Oh yeah, those wrestling fans, they always come out when they know that the Bears are.
Guido with a nice Peterson.
Who's in control here?
Just good no call by Ed Glassheimer.
Guido's got that leg. 48 seconds. As long as he keeps that leg, there's no points, right?
Guido needs to come over the hips for a reversal.
Okay. In other words, as long as Guido had the Dimitrio's leg, there's no points awarded for a takedown.
Well, as long as Dimitri had Guido knotted up, he wasn't going to get the 2.
Okay. All right, we got 33 seconds left here. What are we going to look for?
Well, Guido needs he needs to pin. You know, he's got the major. He can't afford to give up any points, but he could pick up a pin. So look for Guido to get aggressive, try to turn Demetrius to his back, and work for that fall with 20 seconds to go. What he can't do is give up anything, so he needs to stay aggressive.
Okay, he's off the mat. He's going back for a restart in the middle of the mat. So we're at 8-0. Team points at this point would be 4 for the Bears.
4. So that one point from 7-8 is crucial.
Okay.
Look for Demetrius to try to explode out of here, and look for Guido to try to keep him on the mat.
14 seconds.
Guido tries to tilt.
This is not as easy as you might think, folks, out there. If you haven't wrestled, to keep them down on the mat. No points.
Well, nice job by Guido picking up that extra team point with the major decision.
So now we're at 4 for the Bears, 6 for South Brunswick. 135 is coming up. For South Brunswick, we'll have Sean Papp. And for the Bears, looks like should be Brian Ackerman, I believe. And Brian is a senior. What do we expect here, so?
Well, Brian's been around. I don't know much about Pap, so we'll have to wait and see what Pap has here. But Ackerman comes from a family of wrestlers, as we'll see his brother Tim up next.
Right. He's got that leg.
He's in on a single, trying to cut the corner.
Now I'm going to ask you a question here about picking that ankle. Although he's got it up around the knee, you know what we're going to say, right? Who could pick that ankle better than anybody I've seen?
Quite a few people.
Quite a few.
I'm not sure which one you're thinking of, but
all right,
maybe Ralphie Mead?
Ralphie Mead was pretty good. How about the coach? Coach Toto.
Oh, yeah.
He could pick your ankle walking down the hall, going to chemistry class.
He sure could. He had it down. Mike Wessler was another one.
Mike was very good at picking that ankle. The coach, the coach is an attorney these days.
Yeah.
So I guess he's picking ankles, still picking ankles. What an outstanding wrestler he was. And Mike Wessler, as you said, Mike was, I think he was one of the best.
Time goes fast. Seems like
sure
yesterday.
does. It seems like yesterday when you're having fun. But here we are with 50 seconds at 135. Brian Ackerman and Sean Pape for Pap, I guess. We got 2 there. Ackerman with a takedown with 38 seconds. Okay.
Ackerman wants to stay heavy here.
Stay heavy. Explain that.
Use his weight,
Okay.
put the pressure on, make Pap have to carry all 135 pounds of him.
But he's at the same time got to work up and try to turn him.
It's a nice combination by Ackerman. Beautiful pinning combination. Taking Pap to his back.
Oh, he was exposed.
Look what I found here. Just ran out of time.
3. At the end of 1, it's Brian Ackerman 5, Sean Papp looking for his first points. Green, Brian's got a little bit of blood, so the trainer will come out and clean up the blood.
I don't see Phil Hostler here tonight. A Friday night off for
I don't know.
a devoted trainer.
Quite honestly, I didn't see him either when I came in, but I can't imagine him not being here. He's always around. He may be out in his office, but I'm not sure.
I understand he's an East Brunswick resident now.
Yeah,
Something different than when I was here.
Yeah, he moved up from Jackson to East Brunswick and then loves it. All that time that he spent traveling back and forth on Route 9, he's spending that time on a golf course, I think.
Doesn't need to heat in his car anymore.
No, that's true. That's true. Well, we're back in action. We're ready to go. Start of the second period.
So Ackerman on top in the score and on top of position as we start the second period.
Right, 5-0. Ackerman's up. What we need here is a pin would be certainly nice for the Bears.
Well, look for Ackerman to keep the pressure on.
He had him in a good position there
he
before
sure
the
did.
pin.
He's ran out of time. He's working a one-on-one on the near side. Thigh pry on the other side. Trying to convert it into a pinning combination.
Okay, now they really weren't off the mat, but if they moved in this direction, obviously there was not enough room for a move by Ackerman. That's why the official.
Well, they're considered out of bounds when one wrestler has 2 supporting parts out of bounds and the other wrestler has 1 supporting part out of bounds.
Okay. So we'll look from that.
Ed Glassheim and Ken Barnaby doing a nice job of mirroring each other here. They work very well together.
Yes, they have. Even though
from a referee's point of view, it's nice to have the 2 refs on the mat, another set of eyes.
I think it makes it a much better competition. Certainly much fairer, as you said before.
Yeah, especially when you have a big match like this, 2 competitive teams.
When Carmen locked up before, one official would never have seen that.
Carmen absolutely would have got away with that.
Right. We're down to a minute here in the second period with no points scored in this period, but Ackerman up 5-zip. He's going to try to expose that back, but his weight just doesn't.
Some bonus points here would be good too if we could pick up some more points in differential and take the pressure off the guys coming up next. South Brunswick does have some experienced wrestlers coming up at 52 and 60 with Cleffy and Valentino.
Right.
So if Ackerman could pick up some bonus points here, it'd certainly be a plus for the Bears.
How about that arm there? What is the official looking at?
Well, it's got to keep the arm on the back. You can't raise it off the back. He can keep it at the 90-degree angle, but it needs to stay flush to the back. As Ackerman almost has him to his back. Ackerman needs to arch his back.
That's the end of the period. With Ackerman, no points scored in that period. Ackerman, though, had 5 in the first period. And as we move to the third period, Ackerman 5, Pap nothing.
It's Ackerman's choice here, positioning. He's going to elect the defense position. Feels it's an opportunity for him to open up the scoring.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sean Pap has worked very hard in this match. He's got himself in a couple of positions and worked his way out.
Quick escape for Ackerman.
So 6-zip.
So this could be a key takedown for Ackerman.
We want to get to that 8, right?
Or more.
Or more, right? Obviously more.
Yeah.
We'd love to have a pin here.
It's not, I don't think we haven't had a pin yet tonight. We had the one pin at the first weight class. No pins.
No pins. No. 6-5 in the first match. 11-9.
So everything's gone the distance.
And pretty close there.
Something tells me it just won't stay that way. It's nice to see, though, when you don't have the pins. It makes for a much more competitive dual meet.
Not unless you're the team that's doing the pinning.
It's one way to look at it.
I think if I were the coach of that green team with the EB on the front, I'd like to see some of those. I got the Bears written across the back there. Maybe if we saw them on top of one of those pins, we'd be very happy.
Nice takedown.
That's a takedown. So we're at 8 now.
A minute 15 for Ackerman to work with here. A lot of time.
A lot of time if you're out there on that mat.
It's the longest minute of your life.
looks like Pap is going to.
Well, Pap's being very defensive here. His job is not to give up any more than he has to. So he's
flat.
not really.
He's flat on his stomach here.
He's not really making much of an attempt to do anything except not get pinned.
Now, how long is the official going to let him be defensive like that?
Well, he needs to make a little bit better showing than he is. He's not camouflaging it too well, so he's going to have to get busy or he's going to get warned for stalling. You know, he is being dominated in such a way. There is a, there is a rule in wrestling that if you're totally dominating your opponent, the referee may not call that stalling. So he feels he's being overpowered. But
turn him over, but he rolls
Pap's
right
doing a
through
nice
it.
job of staying off his back. Ackerman can't afford to give up any more points here. He needs to hold on to that leg for dear life. And he gives the one. Crowd not happy with the call.
I don't agree with it either.
I don't either. I think Ackerman still had that leg.
still had that leg.
That's a key point too.
Got to take him down here with we're under 10, 9, 8, 7.
Let's hope that 1 point doesn't come back to haunt the Bears later on in the dual meet. But that's going to change this from a major decision to a regular decision.
So it's going to be, the Bears are going to be up 7-6, but 8-6 would have been a lot better. I didn't see that either. He still had that leg over there. No question about it. What's the discussion that's going on between Coach Bazinko and the official there?
Well, just like you said, I think Coach Bazinko feels that Ackerman still had that leg, and Pap didn't break away to earn that one.
I didn't think he did either. So we have Tim Ackerman, the 11th grader. Is that who we have here?
Up now is Tim Ackerman, the junior.
Okay, against the
brother of Brian, but the younger brother, but the heavier one, up a weight class from his brother.
Okay, and Dan McGrath.
Dan McGrath for the Vikings.
Okay.
Ackerman doing a nice job of stepping over.
2 for Ackerman. Oh, gave it back.
Yeah. Some go for you, some go against you. I thought that might have been a quick takedown for Ackerman. So maybe the Bears benefited a little bit on that call. So instead of it being 2-0, it's 2-2.
2-2.
On the two.
We didn't benefit in the last bout from that out of bounds there.
No.
All right, well, we're going to get off the official. I got to be careful because.
Well, I've been there. And there's a lock in hands, and the second referee picked it up. So again, we see the advantage of a second referee.
Yep.
Well, we're doing a pretty good job calling the match from right here. Maybe next time we won't even have officials.
And we can just go out and.
We're doing a pretty good job right here.
And we can stamp our foot if there's a pin.
That's
right.
right.
From here.
Yeah,
That's
we don't even have to sweat.
That's true. All right, we've got a minute and 12 seconds in the first period. Ackerman up 3-2.
McGrath trying to work a far side cradle. What Ackerman needs to do here desperately is get his head up. Can't keep that head down.
He's in trouble.
Get rolled. And there it is. Ackerman really needs to fight here. Avoid the pin. He's got 50 seconds to hang tough. He needs to kick.
His leg is
Break that grip. That's a fall. It's going to be 16 points for the Vikings.
So that'll put the Vikings up 12-7. I'm not sure that we anticipated
As we hit the
pin right there.
And we're going to run into the strength of the South Brunswick lineup here.
145.
South Brunswick's real strong. Here to 160.
Corey Griffin for South Brunswick.
And the Bears counter with, looks like, Nick Marone. This could be a good bout.
Nick Marone, an 11th grader.
Nick's a physical wrestler. As is Griffin, so we should have two brawlers out here. Look for the points to go on the board here. Two very aggressive wrestlers. Button heads, ear-to-ear tie. Marone, like, you know, we talked about John Parks earlier, really came on strong at the end of the season last year.
Yeah, I remember a couple of the matches that we did. He did a nice job.
Yeah. trying to work that pick.
Picked it.
Just ran out of real estate there. So we go out of bounds. We're going to get a fresh start. When they go out of bounds, they restart the same way they left the mat.
Both wrestlers in the up position. No points scored. We got a minute and 22 remaining in the first period, with South Brunswick leading 12-7 over the Bears.
And you know we got a tough matchup when the scouts are out. I see about 5 or 6 GMC coaches as I look into the bleachers tonight. So,
well, I saw a couple of guys from Old Bridge there before.
Early in the season,
taking a look, and
coaches come out and see what they got coming their way, you know, next couple weeks.
All right, Kenny Scott's up there writing some notes. Whoop! No points. Coach Pazinko saying stay down. Coach Pazinko is a pretty good wrestler himself, you know.
Sure.
Went to the University of North Carolina on a wrestling scholarship.
Became an All-American there.
All-American at Chapel Hill.
Yeah. Speaking of the scouts, I see Coach Bussy out here for South River, which is always a classic matchup.
Yeah, South River is here this year, later on in the year.
Always a good one when the Rams and the Bears lock horns.
No matter what the records are, it's always competitive.
Certainly anticipate this being a high-scoring bout, proving me wrong at 0-0 as we wind down the first period with 26 seconds to go in the first.
At 1:45, the guys are getting a little bigger here.
Showing respect for each other.
Yep.
Nick trying to work the throws as he muscles.
That was a throw.
Muscles Griffin down. Nice hip toss for 2. Beautiful tight waist. Just manhandle him to the mat.
Used to teach that move. Flip those arms up and grab him around the waist and bring him down.
That's all right.
I don't know if I've seen that too many times
That's
before.
Just pure brute strength.
Brute strength. All right. .157, just getting started here in the second, 2-0. Nick Marone over Corey Griffin.
Marone with the leg in. Trying to lock up Griffin, trying to keep him on the mat. Working the forearm. If the position doesn't improve, the referee will stop it and call it a stalemate.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. I mean, what could he do from that position? It seems like opposite weight here.
Right, that's just it. If the referee feels nobody can improve their position, he'll call stalemate and we'll get a fresh start.
Okay. I can't imagine that's a lot of fun out there kissing that mat.
Nick has him tied up pretty good here. Now he's working that hammer lock.
Now he's on the right, got all his weight on the correct side.
I've been impressed with the combinations. The Bears have been trying moves out there. They've really been using some good technique. That's a sign of a good team when they're using moves. They haven't been gassed. They certainly have shown to be in better shape so far than the Vikings.
You know, I was thinking of the same thing, Stu, that I haven't seen one wrestler on either side, for that matter, sucking air and running out of gas.
No, not at all. It's nice to see.
It
Coach Zinko working them hard in the practice room, obviously.
Right. And Coach Doherty as well with the Vikings in South Brunswick.
Well, East Brunswick has a nice mix of some younger wrestlers, a few seniors. Nicely gelled team. It's nice to see.
Yep. Bears have had some difficult times in recent years. It's nice to see them.
Nice to see them coming back. It's one of the strongest divisions in the state. You'll find is that GMC Red Division. Old Bridge always strong. South Brunswick, Piscataway strong now. Piscataway,
Old Bridge,
Edison.
Yeah.
So Bears get nowhere to hide in that Red Division. South Plainfield, of course. Always strong.
Right. No score in the second as we move to the third. Nick Marone still up 2-0.
Well, Marone did a nice job there in the second period, not giving up any points, keeping Griffin down the whole time period.
Injury timeout for Red. meaning South Brunswick.
Now, if there's no blood, he'll have 90 seconds cumulative total
Okay.
to tend to the injury. If he should take a second time out, despite the reason, legit or unlegit, the opponent will have choice position when they go back to re-wrestle.
Okay. Looks like he got smacked in the nose there. I didn't see the actual contact, but it might have been one of the times when he hit the mat there. The trainer is, for South Brunswick is obviously talking to him.
Good look at Coach Doherty there.
Oh yeah, Coach Doherty's getting a few points in, I think, what he wants him to do. Asking him if he's all right, or tell him he's all right, one or the other. Now, if he couldn't continue, what would happen at that? And I'm sure he's going to continue.
That would be a default. And,
and that would be
a 6-point swing.
6 points. Okay.
Now, if it was some illegal hold and he couldn't continue, then he would be the winner with the 6 points.
I've seen that also on a disqualification.
Right.
Right. All right, we're back in action here.
Not to be confused with a forfeit, which is also 6 points where a team has no entry in that weight class.
Yes.
That's a good call.
Matter of fact, I think I saw one of those disqualifications. It was either in Madison Central or South River one night that was very instrumental in the outcome of the contest. We're in the third period, just getting underway.
Marone reversed them on their feet. Did not have to go down to the mat. Once you come around your opponent, whether you're on the mat or on your feet, you'll get the reversal call. So we're at 12-7 towards the end of 145. So as promised, this one is going to come down to the end.
All right.
Marone needs to get his hips up and out.
He's a little high, isn't he?
He's got to watch his own self. He's got to watch his own shoulders.
He rolled right through that. He's in trouble. He's in a little trouble right there, isn't he?
He needs to either hold on for a stalemate or get his hips back up and out. But it's not a good situation there from Marone. Doing a nice job of keeping his balance.
He went right through that, though.
Did a nice job. He needs to drop his hips down a little and arch.
Marone picked up two.
And he's working for some backs here. If he can get that arm behind his head and lean into it, he's got to keep him in bounds.
42 seconds. South Brunswick wrestler is obviously trying to get out of bounds there. You saw him make a little bit of a move to get those body parts outside that white line. I heard a cry from the bench there, don't roll, meaning don't get yourself caught, I guess, right? Another way to put it. You roll and your weight is, you're a little bit out of balance.
Well, Marone's doing a nice job of tying him up on the mat.
Okay. 145, Nick Marone, 11th grader, up 4-zip, stalemate.
Good call. 16 seconds to go.
16 seconds on that clock. So we need Marone here to hang on. We'd like him to turn him, but
can't afford to give anything up.
We don't want to give
anything
anything up.
aggressive on top.
Okay. We're down under 10. They worked right till the end. Both of those wrestlers did an outstanding job. Marone up 4-zip. And the Bears pick up 3 more. So we're at 10-12 in favor of South Brunswick. Now you don't see that often, you know, with no points scored by the South Brunswick wrestler. And you knew that Griffin was one of their better wrestlers.
Nice job by Marone.
All right. 152 is next.
Well, looking at what we've seen, looking back at what we've seen and looking at what's ahead, I hope that 1 point doesn't come back to haunt us. That changed it from a major decision to a regular decision for Brian Ackerman, and certainly those penalty points by Corona.
We got Merrigan here.
So let's hope Merrigan get the Bears back here.
One thing you can bet on with Merrigan, it's going to be exciting.
That's right.
There's not a dull moment when that 11th grader.
He keeps moving. He keeps busy out there. He doesn't stop for 1 second. He's taking right to his back. He's going to have to try to get to his belly here. He wants to belly down. And look at that. Better yet, just reverses him. So that's going to bring us to 5-2. We're going to come back with Merrigan on top.
As I said, folks, don't go to the refrigerator right now. Stay tuned.
Now, this one, it didn't look good for Merrigan. Turn the tables.
What is that, Clef? Is that how that's pronounced? Kyle
Clef.
Kyle Clef, arrested for South
That's what it's going to
Brunswick.
be now.
Matt Merrigan up in control, but down 2-5 in the match. Just about a minute to go in the first period. Back up, neutral, 1 point.
Good pressure on the head of American. He wants to do is shuck him by, spin around, crossface spin around. As we go out of bounds, we're going to get a fresh start.
40 seconds remaining in this first period. It's 6-2 in favor of Clef. Pounding his leg out there, but now he's pounding the other one. I don't know what that's all about, but must be a lucky move or something. .25 seconds.
Going back to last year, it was Merrigan that was the star with the big upset and
Right.
the East Brunswick South River match last year, where he pinned South River's best wrestler, and it sealed the win for the Bears last year.
Right.
As Merrigan stays with that move, almost a takedown, just 1 foot out of bounds. Merrigan
Coach,
always give you 100% out here.
Yeah, he
that's for
sure does. Coach Pazinko discussing, thought there should be a point awarded there for a takedown, but he got nothing.
Well, I think he was hoping for a point there.
Hoping. That's the end of the first period with Clef of South Brunswick up 6-2 over Merrigan. But Merrigan is interesting, as I said.
Yeah, despite being down 6-2, we can't count him.
No,
can't count him out here.
You cannot count him out. He's going to work right till the end, and he'll be rolling through. And the next thing you think, he's going to get himself in a position where he's going to get himself pinned, and he's back out of there. And he got up pretty easily there. That's the point.
Nice job getting his hips out for the escape.
So Merrigan at 3-6.
And the headgear just doesn't want to stay on. Referee telling East Brunswick bench, have another headgear ready.
That used to be a way of catching a little breath there. I used to watch these wrestlers in there. Not yourself. I never remember you. No. But
you kidding? That was the master of the water bottle.
Master of the water bottle. But a lot of times they would, oh, it's over my ears or something. It's,
well, with that new rule with the timeouts, it's really hard to get away with that now.
Right.
As Clef's in on the
Points
takedown.
On the takedown, 8-3.
Merrigan right back with the reversal and picking up some backs here. Needs to lock that up tight, Merrigan. Nice job, American. He needs to squeeze. He really needs to squeeze.
Now he's putting the pressure on.
Needs to get up on his heels, work towards the head. American, always exciting. Always exciting. As much as he's in control, he needs to stay in control.
Oh man,
He needs to squeeze. He needs to squeeze that as tight as he can. He needs to walk towards the official. And
a pin by Merrigan. Whoa! That's what we said. Don't leave the TV. Nice match. Merrigan with a pin, 6, putting the Bears up 16-12. Sorry for shouting, Stu, but that was exciting.
I like the excitement.
I love to see Merrigan wrestle. Gosh, he gives you an excitement that sometimes you'll get caught go and be in that same position himself.
Well, we have a conference at the head table. I don't know if the camera could pick that up. Coach Doherty is questioning whether the arm was encircled on that pinning combination. When you go for a headlock, you have to have an arm inside there to keep the pressure off your opponent's neck.
Okay.
But the fight was to no avail, and the pin stands. And
what did you see? Did you see the arm in there?
it looked okay to me. I
Okay.
think no pressure was really put on it. And if you look at the team score, Bears back on top now, 16-12.
The Bears are getting pumped up here. I don't know if, what we expected out of that bout there.
And that was the strength of the South Brunswick lineup. Mike Valentino is a strong wrestler coming up for South Brunswick. Let's see who they're going to put out here. Valentino's their ace, and they're going to send him.
And he's going against Dmitry
I'm
Kuznets.
not sure that is. I
No?
don't think that is. Let's see if we can get a clarification.
Okay. All right, we're trying to get a clarification. I don't believe that's Dimitri out there for the Bears.
No, it sounds like they're
1-6.
saying Dave Ruffner. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it right because we don't have everybody's names in front of us, but I know that is not Dmitry Kuznets. So maybe the Bears feel doing a little lineup maneuvering.
So, but Valentino is one of the. Mike
He's
Ruffner.
one of the strongest wrestlers in the county.
I'm sorry, Dave Ruffner.
So the Bears.
Yeah, I've seen.
Bears adjusting their lineup to try to capitalize and use their strong wrestlers where they can. So Ruffner's job out here is going to
survive.
And, try not to give up any more points than he has to for the Bears and stay
Certainly.
defensive by being offensive. And Dave has his work cut out for him. Valentino, one of the better wrestlers in the county at any weight class.
Right. To Ruffner's credit, he's hanging in there. We got a minute and a half off the clock here in the first period, and 2-0. Oh, he's in trouble right now.
Got 14 seconds. He's going to have to try to kick and get himself out of bounds. You can't get pinned with one shoulder on the line. So if he can keep that one shoulder on that line, get it over another 2 inches.
Valentino kind of tried to pull him back in there.
Right there, he's safe. Nice job by Dave fighting through that. Valentino
up 5-zip here in the first, but to Ruffin's credit, he really hung in there.
Really test your memory bank, Charlie. Mike Valentino is the son of Patsy Valentino, a former South Brunswick district champ back in the late 70s.
I remember the name. I'm not sure that I could pick him out of a crowd at this point. But,
Well, he used to have those battles with, oh God, testing my own memory here. Celso Roman.
Oh, Celso Roman, yes, I
Yeah.
remember. I do remember him. Valentino is, although Ruffner's hanging in there.
Ruffner doing a nice job. Holding his own.
He sure is.
Can't back on his feet. He's going to need to circle or move forward. If you
If he
move
backs up.
backwards, that's going to be a stalling violation.
How long does the official let that go?
Well, not long at all. As soon as he starts going backwards, that's considered stalling. As Valentino takes Ruffin to his back, he's going to pick up 2 and at least 3 here.
So we're at 10.
Dave's going to just try to keep his shoulders up, try to belly down. And, it's just a case of being overmatched there. Dave shouldn't get down on himself, but should use that to realize he just wrestled one of the best wrestlers in the county and use it to motivate himself down the road.
And he gets a nice handshake from Coach Pazinko, although on your screen we just saw Coach Doherty shaking hands with Valentino.
Ruffin gave a nice fight out there, nothing to be ashamed of.
Sure did. Well, we're at 171.
Let's see how the Bears counter here. We have John Clay at 171, where they can move up to 189. And this is not Clay. So let's see.
Chalkuski? No, they're not Clay.
I don't know who this is either. Let's see if we can get the name from the table.
Barry Shelkus for South Brunswick up 18-12 as we enter the 171.
So, it is Dmitry Kuznets out here, who has moved up. Bears felt Coach Pazinko making a move, feeling Dmitry had a better shot here at 171 than he would have against Valentino. So looking for the split of the weight classes instead of going for the home run.
2 points for South Brunswick on the takedown. Although the South Brunswick wrestler is grabbing his, must have smacked his face there on the mat. No blood. Officials checks him out. Well, they are on top of it tonight, I'll say that. Dmitry rolls out. Kuznets.
Kuznets is senior, along with Brian Ackerman and John Clay and Nate Mole, seniors in the Bears lineup. Kuznets in on a headlock. Look for him to try to spin around. Nice shruck. If he can bring him to the mat, he'll secure a takedown. Needs to bring him down inbounds.
Got him down, 2. Dmitry up 3-2 at this point with 48 seconds remaining in the first period.
He's come back with 3 unanswered points here in the first to take the lead 3-2. South Brunswick in that last bout took over the team lead at 18-16.
Right. You got a long way to go yet here.
Yeah. If I could make one improvement to the sport of wrestling, it would be to eliminate some of the weight classes.
Yeah.
Field 14 just kind of weakens the talent pool a little bit too much. I'd love to see them go down to 12 weight classes.
That's what it used to be.
Dimitri's got away with a locked hands call there. You cannot lock hands around the body or both legs.
All right, we got 30 seconds remaining here in the first period with Dmitry up 3-2 and South Brunswick leading the match 18-16. Got to try to turn him here.
Kuznets looking aggressive out here. Needs to get him flat though.
Out of bounds. Official brings him back to the middle of the mat for a restart. With Dmitry in control. Now what determines what side? I mean, sometimes you see a wrestler go to that left side and the right side.
They have
Whatever
a
they're
choice.
comfortable.
They can go wherever they're comfortable with. Maybe just want to catch their opponent off guard, and every once in a while line up on the opposite side, which we used to call the weird side.
Okay. No points awarded there. Both wrestlers out of bounds without a change of control. That's the end of the period. There was just 1 second remaining. 3-2. Dmitry Kuznets over Brady Shelkuski for South Brunswick. 171 pounds. Dmitry is in a down position, arching his back. Up quick. Oh! Got a pretty tight grasp of his waist there, but Dimitri tries to roll through that.
He's trying to do a Granby roll. If he gets stopped in the middle, it could be a back point. So he's got to really go through with that move. That's not a move you could stop halfway through.
Right.
Dimitri needs to establish a little more motion here. He needs to stay fluent with his moves.
How does that affect this match, if any? The fact that it seems like Brady's maybe a 170-pounder and Dimitri wrestles down there at 160 normally.
Well, they're probably used to it in practice. They wrestle up and down a weight class all the time. It doesn't make a great deal of difference, but certainly 10 pounds is 10 pounds, and Dimitri's given up a little bit of a weight advantage, but he certainly looks like a strong kid, and I think he's doing well with the weight differential.
And he did get a point there before on the escape, but he got caught a little bit there. Nope, and he's back out of it.
I think it's a good no call there by Ed Glassheimer. He's just waiting till it all settles out, and he's awarded nothing. Sometimes the best call an official can make is no call, and just wait and see how they settle. And that's what we have here with Ed Glassheimer, doing a nice job of holding his call and waiting.
We've got 41 seconds, so it's not a time factor.
There's been a lot of movement, but not a lot of change as Kutzniks takes him to his back and picks up 2 back points.
So he gets 2 for the...
So a lot of action, but only 2 points were exchanged, and it's 2 back points.
28 seconds remaining with Dmitry Kuznets up 8-2.
Kuznets has a lot of energy out there.
So far, this strategy by Coach Brzezinko is paying off, Sue.
Sure. Nice job by Coach Brzezinko, scouting the opponent, knowing where the strengths and weaknesses are, and taking advantage of it. And not for nothing, Mr. King, but that coin toss certainly came in valuable for the Bears. With South Brunswick having to send the man to the mat first, East Brunswick can wait and see and create that matchup.
Right.
So sometimes that coin toss has a lot to do with the outcome of a dual meet as well. Take it for granted.
It's all part of that strategy. Okay.
Well, years ago.
There's the end of the second period, excuse me.
It's a fairly new rule. The home team always had to put the man on the mat
That's what
first.
I said. The visitors, I always felt that way. The visitors had the advantage.
Right. So the visitors had the advantage. So they've done away with that now, and they alternate it with that coin flip.
Right. Okay, we're at 171 pounds going to the third period. South Brunswick wrestler chooses the down position.
Well, Dimitri can't get sloppy here.
Brady Shelkuski.
He needs to stay aggressive and in control.
He got up fairly easily, but he's not letting go of that leg.
It's his responsibility to bring the man to the mat first.
2 for South Brunswick on the reversal.
What Dimitri could do here is fish for the head, get his hips up. He needs to get the knees off the mat. Immediately he needs a tripod, get to his toes, get his butt up, tripod, and fish for the head.
All right, plenty of time here. It's 1:26 remaining. 8-4.
And we're going to get a stalemate here. If nothing improves. Okay.
Oh.
Nice job by Dimitri.
With his escape. Coach Doherty's giving a few instructions there. I don't want to see you do this.
Yeah.
I want to see that underneath.
A little more vocal than we're used to seeing, Coach Doherty. This has been a predominantly top 20 in the state team in South Brunswick.
Right.
And Bears are on an upswing, wrestling them well tonight. As Dimitri gets warned for stalling, he's backing on his feet. He needs to circle or go forward. Referee feels Dimitri's trying to ride that lead.
That's a warning.
That's a warning. Next one's going to be a violation, a 1-point technical violation.
So if he backs up, it's
going to be a point.
All right.
So Dimitri in on the front head. Maybe now is where that 10-pound differential is coming into play a little
looks
bit.
Looks like he's wearing down.
Yeah.
38 seconds.
Well, this was when we were writing him off. He's in on 2. Nice job by Dimitri to cut the corner for 2. Needs to work up here. Can't stay on the legs. That also would be considered stalling. So he needs to work up.
27 seconds.
Quick call. but it's a 1-point stalling violation. Really was a quick call.
That was quick.
Yeah,
Whoa.
you should be given about 5 or 6 seconds in that position.
Well, actually, I think it was 4 seconds.
I think
It was 27 on the clock when that happened.
I think the thought process of Ed Glassheimer there was to keep the action going. Didn't want to see Dimitri ride the lead for a win and was forcing him to work.
Okay, 11-5, 23 seconds remaining. What Dimitri has to do here is keep him down there on the mat, although we can actually let him up here. It's 6 points.
Well, if he could pick up 2 back points, we
if he
could
can
get
pick
another
up 2
bonus
back,
point,
we'd get a
so-
bonus point, which we can get that, maybe get that point back that we lost before.
So Dimitri trying to work a half. He's got 10
Maybe.
seconds to work with. If he can get that in there
8.
deeper, this could be 2 big points for the Bears that they could use. Take the pressure off those guys coming up.
Man, if he's not turned, if he's not tilted, he's got some body, that guy. Oh my goodness, 11-5 looks like the final. The Bears are going to pick up 3.
Man, Shelkuski doing a nice job avoiding giving up those 2 back points.
So we're at 19-18.
We can't ask for a more exciting dual meet thus far.
After 9 bouts, East Brunswick 19, South Brunswick 18. Now this one's going to come right down to the bitter end.
112, yeah. Well, East Brunswick ends with one of its stronger wrestlers at 112 with Corey Richings. So if we can keep this in check with a 5-6, within a few points at 112, the Bears are in good shape at Richings, ending the dual meet at 112. And here we see John Clay, very physical wrestler for the Bears,
189.
coming off a victory and winning the North Brunswick tournament, undefeated in the season. And he's also wrestling up a weight class, but I think John's strong enough to get away with that without any problem. Look for John to pick up some bonus points here for the Bears.
Norstano, the wrestler for South Brunswick, John Norstano.
Don't know a lot about him, but he'll have his hands full with Clay here. Clay, one of the team leaders, one of the seniors in the lineup. Bears count on him for valuable experience and being a team leader. Trying to work an ankle pick.
All right, we're just over 1 minute remaining in this first period with no score, 189. Just the feeling out process that sometimes you get to these bigger guys and they tend to go through this.
Nice job, shrugging the arm, picking the knee. Clay needs to do now is try to run the pike. He lost a single. If he can work into a bear hug. Both guys trying to muscle.
It's all upper body muscle here.
Clay coming
Clay's
out on top.
got his weight. Got
Clay
it.
can hip into him.
Still no points. 37 seconds remaining. First period. I think Coach Pazenko wants to win this spot. Well, Bears are only up by 1.
Every bout's crucial here at this point with a 19-18 score, and we got 5 bouts remaining. Everyone's crucial here. 6 bouts, counting this one.
19 seconds remaining in the first period.
5 bouts, excuse me.
5 to go. John Clay and John Norstano, excuse me.
Clay's going to challenge later on in the season for the GMC title at 171. He should go into that tournament one of the top couple seeds, as will Corona at 125, and of course Corey Richings at 112.
Again, here he's moving up. That's a little bit bigger spread there, 171 to 189.
Yeah, when you go from 71 to 89, you're talking about almost 20 pounds.
Right. He's going to let him up. 1 point for Clay for the given up by the South Brunswick wrestler. Obviously, he thinks he can take him down, but no luck with that in the first. South Brunswick wrestler, it does look like he's a true 89-pounder, though.
Yeah, every bit of it. Oh, you know, Clay, it's a nice sacrifice for the team you make. You know, you're 171, you go up 189. And, you know, whatever it takes to make the team stronger. That's what you got to like from your wrestlers. Willing to help the team out and go up a weight class and put the team in front of themselves.
Right. As I said, with almost 20 pounds, it probably wears on you as this goes on.
Well, it seems like the move's working so far with Dimitri picking up the win at 171.
Right.
And the Bears were able to avoid Mike Valentino at 160.
Okay.
I shouldn't say avoid, but they're willing to move Dimitri away from him and at least split the two weight classes where, you know, hey, they might have lost both of them without that move.
Right.
Not to take anything away from Mike.
You see the two officials making. I'm sorry. The two officials making a comment there. Are they looking at what? Maybe a stall or?
They're looking for some action. You know, they're looking to see, you know, who's backing on their feet. You know, 1-0 bout. They want to make sure that both wrestlers stay aggressive.
Looks like Clay is okay. Clay knows that this guy's a big boy for South Brunswick.
What Clay needs to do is get in on that leg. When he had that leg before, he was close to that takedown. So look for Clay to try to shuck that by and run the pike here.
He's got it, huh?
Yeah. Nice job by Clay. Look for the trip.
Tripped him.
And a takedown.
2 points for the takedown. He's up 3-0. 18 seconds remaining in the second period.
And that 2 points will help him because South Brunswick's going to have choice position in the third period.
Right.
So look for South Brunswick to probably choose bottom in the third. Clay doesn't want to give up anything here. He needs to hold on to that leg for dear life.
He's got 3 seconds. 2, 1, 0, nothing.
2-point reversal. I'm not quite sure that might have been a 1 neutral. I don't know if Clay had quite given it up yet. It wasn't quite settled in there in form.
Obviously, Coach Pazenko doesn't agree with it, and I don't agree with it either. I didn't think that he gave up the...
I thought the referee was going to give 1. I could see where he gave the 2. It's a tough call. He'll have that. But Clay's got his work cut out for him here.
Okay, 3-2, Clay is up, third period.
Well, what Clay wants to do here is better off giving up the 1 than the 2. If Clay feels he can't hold him down, you don't want to give up the 2-point reversal. You'd be better off letting him go. And Clay seems to have enjoyed an advantage on their feet with the takedown. Clay's certainly capable of taking him down. So the best offense for Clay here is to look to give up 1, not 2.
And he's looking to step over there with...
Clay needs to get off the mat. Right? Needs to get his knees off the mat. Needs to work up. At this point, he'd be better off, you know, giving up the 1, backing out. He doesn't want to give up the 2.
About to give up 2, I think.
Needs to get his head up. Now, what Clay really needs to do is keep working up. This could be considered stalling.
1 minute remaining. Clay up 3-2, but
some referees would call this stalling. Others might be looking for a stalemate. But what Clay needs to do is to stay in on that leg at all costs.
Can't let go of that leg.
He needs to scoop that leg up. Nice job by Clay, staying tough in there.
Got to watch his weight, though.
It's a good position for Clay. It's not going to hurt him there. But he needs to keep working up to avoid that stalling call. With 30 seconds to go.
30 seconds, still 3-2.
Look for Clay to turn in. If he could put a half in here.
I don't know if he's strong enough. Back on the
Can't afford to give anything up. He needs to hang on that leg. Can't afford to give anything up.
Can't put the knee on the head, can you?
You can't inflict pain with it.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. If I got somebody's knee on my face is on the mat.
Nice job by Clay.
9 seconds remaining. He's got to hold him for 9 seconds.
Well, look for Clay to box and chop here. Come right down on an ankle. Look for Clay, go right to the ankle.
Got to get it.
Needs to stay behind him.
Got to get the ankle.
Needs to get in on the leg now. Needs to keep cutting the corner.
0.
Nice job, John Clay. Stealing a 3-2 win, up a weight class. Giving up almost 20 pounds.
That's what I like to see. I mean, they worked hard. Both of them did. And at the end of that bout, even though it was 3-2, great sportsmanship by both wrestlers, John Clay and John Norsano for South Brunswick. It puts the Bears up 22-18.
Of all the weight classes to wrestle and then move up a weight class, that might be the toughest when you go from 189 up to 215. I'm sorry, from 171 to 189.
We're going to 215 right now.
Yeah, we're going from 189 to 215 is also, you know, those two are the biggest gaps. Looks like
Sean Holland for South Brunswick. All right, we're at 2:15 with the Bears leading 22-18. No points yet. Nate Mull for the Bears.
Nice ankle pick by Mull. Close ones aren't going the Bears' way here.
That was
takedown called out of bounds. We're gonna have to do it again, Nate. Got to beat two people out there sometimes. Or three tonight.
Now Nate is Nate's 189-pounder wrestling at 215.
It's another big move. I guess the Bears feel go with their strength.
I remember Nate last year did a nice job.
Yeah, now Clay couldn't have went to 215. You can only go up one weight class.
Right.
Mull needs to cut the corner, needs to pop his head out for the two, as he does. Nice job.
With 55 seconds remaining in the first period, the Bears up 22-18, and Nate Mull up 2-0 to Sean Holland.
So it looks like the Bears have a potential of three possible wrestlers that could go heavyweight. Ja Ruz, Ralph Danish, or Brian Campbell. We'll have to see what move the Bears make.
I think it may depend on what happens here. To some extent.
Campbell probably the most experienced of the three, so we'll have to wait and see what the Bears do.
I know he was trying to get down to 215 at one point.
Well, certainly a lot leaner and meaner looking than last year.
All right, had a great football season. Was talking to his grandfather the other night and said he was trying to get to 215.
Tough kid. I've seen him make some great strides in the last few years as a wrestler here. Great improvement. You can't ask for more than that.
Nope. Okay, what do we got? We got Nate is in control at 2-0 with 9 seconds remaining in the first period. And he's trying to...
he's riding legs. That's been the predominant move throughout the Bears lineup tonight. And remember back to when Coach Bazinko wrestled, that's probably where they picked it up from.
Boy, he was tough with those legs, that's for sure.
It certainly has transcended to his wrestlers here tonight, all working the legs.
And Coach Mazenko giving a little instruction there. He's telling Nate, get up and get out of there as soon as you possibly can. Spring right up out of there. Okay, Nate. He grabbed that ankle. Looking for what, a cradle there? Nope.
Trying to work a far side cradle.
Right.
He's going to try to jump out of it. Mull's going to try to... There it is. There's the jump over him. Noel needs to try to get his arm through. He needs to get his arm between his body and his opponent's.
He rolled right through it.
You can certainly see the weight differential here from this angle on the camera that Mull's given up quite a few pounds. What Mull needs to do is spin the other way, get his hips out. You can't wrestle with your knees on the mat. Mull needs to get his knees up. Needs to get on his feet.
Oh, his knees are up now. There he goes. He's going to step over.
And needs to make his back long for the reversal. Nice job, Nate. Okay, Nate needs to drop down, bring him to the mat. You cannot stay behind your opponent on the mat very long or you will get warned for stalling. The offensive wrestler needs to bring the opponent down.
No, it was 2 reversal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it should be 4-0.
Yep, it is 4-zip. We were just helping him out here. Coach Bazinko was right on top of that. 55 seconds remaining in the second period. Nate Mull is trying
Okay,
to.
Nate's got to avoid the locking hands. When you go to your feet, you come back down. You have a little bit of reaction time to release your hands, but you can't keep your hands locked other than a pinning combination on the mat.
Okay, 45 seconds remaining. Like you said, I just think the South Brunswick wrestler is a lot bigger. Got them big, big arms.
He's thick. You don't see a lot of these big guys riding legs like Mull.
Right.
Usually that's reserved for the lightweights, middleweights.
As you said, but Kostisbenko wrestled at 189.
Yeah, and he's schooling it into the Bears, and Bears doing a nice job lining legs. And see Ken Scott with the clipboard making notes of that.
Yep. I got a neutral position here, I think. Okay, that's Sean Holland with one. Mull up of East Brunswick up 4-1. 5 seconds remaining in the second period.
Okay, what Mull needs to do here is try to spin around.
All right, that's the end of the second period. 4-1 for Mull. We're running out of weight classes here. The Bears can pick up a win here. And as you said, we got...
well, we got Richings in the bank.
Richings in the bank.
That's a good annuity.
At 112, it sure is. Better than some of the ones I have these days. But 4-1, hey, he's got to get up, right? Got to get out of there.
I remember back in the day when we wrestled in weight class order, we always had Dave Edwards at the end of the bench. You couldn't ask for a better insurance policy than that.
That's for sure. Dave Edwards and Fife.
And in fact, the only person that ever had Dave's number was Ben Grover at South Brunswick.
That's right. He was tough. But Fife and Dave Edwards is an outstanding wrestler.
Okay, Mull, nice job. Popped his head out.
Right.
Now, if he could put in a half, as he does, arch his back, get on his toes, he can work for a fall here. Mull needs to arch his back, get on his toes, lift up the head. He needs to lift the head. He's got a minute to work with.
And a pin!
Secures the fall.
Boy, that's a happy East Brunswick bench. We got a good close-up there on your screen of Nate Mull, who just pinned Sean Holland of South Brunswick, and that's a big win for the Bears.
It's up
Puts
a
the
weight
Bears
class.
up 28-18. Wow. Well, if I'm counting points, and I would never do that, but if we look at 275, and even if it's we're not giving up anything, but we're projecting ahead.
Right.
6, that's 12. The most, that's 30. And Richings, we expect him
To win or pin.
And there we go.
So it looks like the Bears are going with Ralph Danis here at heavyweight.
Ralph Danis, 275. Now, 275, it means they can weigh up to 275?
Up to 275, right. Then come February, they'll get 2 more pound growth allowance, and they'll be limited at 277.
And for South Brunswick, we have Ken Grisberg.
The actual weights are recorded in the score book, and that's what they go by. The weights do have to be put right into the book.
Still have to step on that scale, right?
Yeah.
Get that weigh in.
You can only step on the scale twice now. They've changed that rule. Once you step on the scale twice, you either make it or you don't. You don't have the whole, like back in the day, you had that half hour to make weight and go out and run and sweat, and they've eliminated that rule. They try to avoid dehydration.
And I think that's a great change. We used to get guys that wanted to get in the shower and turn that thing on so they could perspire.
Well, those days are over.
That's good. That's a smart move. And it's all for the safety of the athlete.
Sure.
And that's what it's all about. We have 45 seconds remaining in the first with Ralph Danis and Ken Grisberg for South Brunswick.
Ralph's doing a nice job of holding on that leg to avoid the takedown. Ralph needs to try to square off with his opponent, stay square with him to avoid getting up the takedown. Needs to know where he's at on the mat. You know, he's close to being out of bounds.
He was in good position
Yeah.
there.
And gave up the 2 with 20 seconds to go here in the first.
South Brunswick up 2-0 here.
Coming up next, we're going to get a look at Mike Corona, Carmen's younger brother, wrestling 103 for the Bears. Just
Okay.
a freshman.
What we need to do here is not to give up anything big. Okay, that's the end of the first period with the South Brunswick wrestler Ken Grisberg over Ralph Danis, 2-0. Bears up in the match with 2 more to go after this one. The 103 and the 112. So what we need Ralph to do, if Ralph could pull out a win here, put the Bears in absolutely in the driver's seat. A win here and it's over with.
Yeah.
Then it's 31-30. If it couldn't be any worse than that. So we're not expecting Corey Riching to get pinned here.
Well, it's nice to see the.
Boy, it's nice to see the Bears back.
And seen somebody else competing for the title and in the red division, and another new team in the mix for come district time. That's
right.
Districts has been dominated by South Brunswick the last few years. And
Right.
trailing them has been Old Bridge, so it's nice to see East Brunswick back in the loop. And Ralph trying to work a head and arm.
Whoa!
Nice takedown by Danis. Beautiful head and arm takedown. If he needs to get off his toes and lean into
And he
that.
pinned him.
And it's a fall.
That's Ralph Danis. We're not waiting for 103 and 112. He just put him away right there.
Well, it's been a long time coming. South Brunswick's been enjoying a dominance over the Bears the last few years, and this one's out of reach now.
And there's Ralph Danis, who is a sophomore. He's a sophomore wrestling at that 275 up there at that heavyweight position with a huge pin for the Bears. The Bears go up 34-18 with 2 bouts remaining.
Here comes Mike Corona.
Mike
For the
Corona,
Bears.
9th grader for the Bears at 103.
Taking on Kelly Lyons.
Let's focus just a second. We want to get on this match, but Ralph Danis, what a job. What a pin.
Now it's our wrestler of the night so far.
Absolutely.
As Corona taking control right away in on a takedown. So the Bears coming on strong. Taking the air out of South Brunswick sail here.
Wow, and I read that home news and all the rest, and South Brunswick was, they had them on top. They had them beating South Plainfield and Piscataway and everybody.
Well, just don't count them out just quite yet.
Oh,
Give
no,
Joe
I'm not
Doherty
counting
some
Joe
time
Doherty.
in that
No,
room,
no.
and they'll be back.
Oh yeah, I know Joe Doherty very well, and as you do. And
Come district time, they'll be ready to go.
I wouldn't. He was a heck of a wrestler too.
But don't count out these Bears either. I saw some nice things. Look for them to contend for a district title this year.
Absolutely.
Real nice balanced team. We saw some strong points in the Bears lineup, and we really didn't see any weak spots.
No, we did not.
you know.
We did not. The moves that Coach Pazinko made seemed to all have paid off
No,
tonight.
there was no freebies out there for the Bears.
Absolutely not. And Kelly Lyons, the wrestler for South Brunswick, we got 1:29 remaining in the first with Mike Corona up 2-0.
See a nice balanced team here for the Bears.
Yep. It's going to be interesting.
So we see Mike trying to work a far side cradle. And it won't be long before we have another Corona up here. Chris Corona, the younger of the 3 Corona
As you
brothers.
said, he's in Hammershill, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Let's keep those wrestlers coming. Bears like to regain that glory of days gone by. We've had so many outstanding wrestlers here at East Brunswick High School. It's certainly a pleasure to see them back in action. 34-18.
Many of these wrestlers will be back next year.
Oh, it's a young team.
Corona only a junior. Carmen. John Parks will be back. Kevin Mooney will be back. Of course, Corey Richens, just a sophomore.
And Mike Corona here is a 9th grader. So he's... And he's going to move up in weights probably next year.
Yeah, sure.
103 is...
Can't stay there too long.
No, that's tough.
I'll look for a rematch too with Strinkowski and Corona later on in the season.
That was an outstanding match, Corona and.
Yeah, win or lose, that was definitely one of our better bouts of the night, if not the best. Nice job by Carmen.
Well, it was 11-9. You don't get much closer than that.
No.
And,
A couple mistakes cost him. You know, he certainly out-wrestled Strinkowski. Just the score at the end didn't show it, didn't reflect it.
okay, what do we got? Mike Corona here trying to work up. That's the end of the first period with Corona up 2-zip over Kelly Lyons of the Vikings.
Little plug for our
Green.
managers that always and often get overlooked for all the hard work they do for the Bears. Jackie Cancro, Tara Buzzy, Katie Wentz, Lauren Clay, and Jenna Guido.
Right. And they do a lot of work. We should also mention when we get a chance, Coach Pazenko is assisted by Joe Satari and Andy Scanlon and his brother Matt.
Sure.
Matt Pazenko. So
Not often you get a South River guy sitting on an East Brunswick bench with Joe Shateri.
right.
Making that maroon to green.
Well, he's
Transition.
He's green and white, bleeds green and white now.
Corona
Corona.
working a reversal on the edge. He needs to stay in bounds to score. Nice job.
He brought him in.
Nice job by Corona. I'm impressed with what I see here from Michael.
Now he's got to pop that. He's got to get that leg. He's still got an arm in there,
Needs
right?
to cover the hips.
Okay.
Lions can hold on
Kelly
to the
Lyons.
leg, but as long as Corona can control that hip, he'll get the points. What Corona needs to do is make himself long and high step over.
Okay.
Corona needs to bring his leg back and high step over. Let's see if he can
Let's see if he
make
can do
that
that.
happen.
I think he's got it. Nope. $50 seconds remaining.
As they go out of bounds, Lions
points on
stays
that,
in
right?
control. No, he really
Okay,
didn't turn
yeah.
and face him inbounds.
Right.
Kind of happened more out of bounds. So good call by Ed Glassheim, our official. Two seasoned officials tonight, and Ed Glassheim and Ken Barnaby. Between them, we probably have close to 50 years experience out there. Both of them have been officiating a good 25 years apiece, I'm sure.
And wrestlers before that, I'm sure of that.
Yeah. No,
I know in case
right
of Ed
here at East
Glassheim,
Brunswick,
right
sure.
here in East Brunswick, absolutely. 24 seconds remaining here in the second period with Corona still up 2-0.
Well, South Brunswick looking a little rejected and flat over there, but you know, hey, it happens in peaks and valleys. You can only stay on the top so long. There's only one way to go on the top, and something they're not accustomed to has been losing.
Mike's going to
Corona needs to
He rolled right
roll
through.
Beautiful job avoiding the back points.
Should be one, wasn't it neutral?
No,
No? Okay. I would have given him the point, Corona, for rolling through.
didn't quite meet the criteria there.
Okay.
Lions regains control. Corona's going to be on top in the third. What Corona needs to do here is keep him on the mat. He can't afford to give up to 2. 1, not 2 would be the way to go here.
In other words, he can let him up, but
Well, he doesn't want to be reversed. You know,
Right.
tie it up. If he gives up the 1, they're on their feet where Corona was strong in the first period.
right.
And Corey Richings
Trying to turn him
warming
here.
up for the Bears. He'll come out at 112. Remember his brother Keith a few
Right.
years back was region champ for the Bears.
Right, and then he went to soccer and I don't think he wrestled that last year.
I think he had some knee trouble and
Yeah.
was trying to stay strong for soccer. Now playing soccer for Lehigh.
Yeah, that's right. We've got 1:17 here in the third period with Corona in control, trying to get some back points. Delphil high.
What Corona needs to do is arch. He needs to he's getting a little too high. He needs to arch his back and get that half in there tight. That's it. Nice job,
That's the
Michael.
pretzel man.
Michael needs to put the half in there deep now. Needs to use his arms, needs to extend his back.
Because what
Needs to get his hips up. He's
Kelly
not in
Lyons
good
wants
shape
to
there.
pop that head, doesn't he?
Right, but, he needs to hold on for a stalemate here or get his hips up.
39 seconds remaining.
That's a tough position for Michael here. Got to get the hips up. He's got to arch.
Coach
It's way
Buzenko,
too high.
get those hips up.
Right, that's a better position where Michael's at now. Even still, he's a little too high. Needs to get that leg in deep.
20 seconds, stalemate.
Oh, good call by our official, not letting the clock just wind down.
19 seconds remaining, 2-0. Mike Corona up on Kelly Lyons.
Okay, Corona
Second caution.
can't false start again. The third one will be a point.
Okay. Is that the way it always was on the third one?
It used to be two. A few
that's
years
what I
back,
thought,
they
right.
changed it to 3.
On
yeah.
the second one, yeah.
I'd say about 3 years ago.
Okay. See, I have that long-term memory. It comes back every once in a while. We're down to 3 seconds. Corona's going to win this one.
Yeah, nice
1
job.
points, 2-0.
So
Nice
Michael
bout.
Corona bringing the victory home tonight.
It puts the Bears up 37-18. And we're down to our final bout with, we've been looking forward to this one, I have to admit
Well,
that.
don't look for South Brunswick to score any more points in this dual meet. Now with Corey Richings coming up here.
Well, you never know,
You never know.
but we would be surprised.
Yeah.
All right, the South Brunswick wrestler is Vinny Biondo.
Not a bad wrestler. So it won't be a freebie for Richings. He'll have to earn it.
But the big story of tonight is the Bears going to come away with a victory.
And a big one.
Big
Here,
victory.
it was
37-18.
we were seesawing back and forth, and then the big guys for the Bears just put it out of contention, especially
Yeah.
with that pin by Ralph Dennis at heavyweight. Pretty much locked it up for the Bears.
Locked it up for the Bears. Well, we got outstanding efforts there by Guido after the first 2 matches went South Brunswick's way, and it really turned around at
Yeah.
that point. There's 2.
How many bouts have the Bears won tonight? I don't know if you have.
Yeah, I have it. Let's see. The Bears have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 out of 13.
And this one here, maybe.
Richings up.
All right. Up 2-0 with 1:22 remaining in the period.
So if Richings can put this one away, that's 10 out of, was that 10 out of 12? No,
Yeah.
it must be 9 because they got 18 points. So
9. Did I say? Oh.
oh, Riching working ball and chain. Looking for a fish hook. I like watching the technical guys, I like watching the guys with good control and moves, and that's what we have here at Richings. Doesn't try to use the brute strength, try to use the moves and the leverage. Pleasure to watch.
This would be win number 10 if the Bears can pull
Okay.
this one.
10 out of 14, not bad.
And as you mentioned before, Corey's just a sophomore.
So certainly some good dual meets ahead for the Bears.
Yeah. Well, Vinny Biondo gets a point for an escape.
If we have a schedule here. Richings needs
6 seconds remaining, up 2-1, Richings.
What he needs to do is kick that leg back for 2. Nice job
And he got it.
on the buzzer.
He's up 4-1. And we're back here in a couple of weeks against Piscataway, I believe.
Riching deferred his choice. Biondo choosing bottom. So if there's a third period, Richings will have choice position in a third.
On January 28th against Piscataway, TV3 will be here again to watch this exciting Bears team.
Piscataway, another up-and-coming team in the red division, like the Bears. They're on their way back up. Richards with a nice stance, stays square, good leverage, good motion. Eyes up his shots well, changes levels well.
Oh,
A little bit of a
that caught that
wild
time.
shot, and Biondo just spun around. Yeah, we're talking about Richings, you know, being a schooled, good technician wrestler here. Not to take anything away from Biondo, he's one of the veteran wrestlers in the South Brunswick lineups.
And
One of
it's
their
4-3,
stronger
right?
wrestlers too.
4-3 right now.
He's
with
hanging
a
in there,
minute
Richings.
minute to go here in the second period. So certainly Biondo is not reading the newspaper clippings. He's out there to win this one.
Yeah, nobody told him he was supposed to lose.
That's right, and he's a tough guy. So as you said, certainly one of the better wrestlers in South Brunswick.
We can't forget, you know, Richings still, as good as he is, he's still only a sophomore. You know,
That's true.
I believe he was second in the region, I want to say, last year. District champion, I believe. Been around the mat. Only a sophomore. So all those accomplishments were done as a freshman. Pretty impressive.
Right. But he's in that down position here, so he needs to want to see him to explode
Well,
and get out of here.
First thing he needs to do is establish hand control
Right.
and explode out.
4-4 with 40 seconds remaining here in the second period. He's out of there now. It's 5 for Corey Richings. 18 seconds remaining in the second period.
Richings will have choice in the third. Look for him to take bottom or neutral, and where he's been strong.
He's
Yeah.
a little more careful with that. He took a wild shot there earlier in this period.
Biondo doing a nice job for himself out
He is.
here. You know, these scores, you know, are crucial when it comes seating time. So sometimes you help yourself in a loss if you can keep it close to one of the better wrestlers in your weight class. And
Right.
certainly
Okay,
for Biondo here, that's the situation.
Right, we're down to the last period, 2 minutes remaining in this one. Our last bout at 1:12 with Corey Richings leading 5-4, and he takes the down position as you anticipated. And nope, he hasn't gotten out yet. I am impressed with both teams and their conditioning.
Absolutely.
It's still early in the season.
No, I'm glad you said that. We haven't seen any pit stops tonight.
No stalling and no, I got to get timeout for, those timeouts for air. You know, those injury timeouts, excuse me. Just to kind of drive you crazy.
It's been a long time since the Bears have taken a dual meet from the Vikings, so it's nice to see.
And 1 point there for on the escape by Richings. He's up 6-4. He's trying to take him down. He's got the leg. He's got to work that leg, huh?
He needs to cut the corner, pop his head
He's
through.
got him, but he's out
Ran out of
bounds.
real estate.
Yep. Got to do that in the middle of the mat. Biondo a little bit slower getting up. It's 1:17 remaining here in this third period in our final bout of the evening at 112 pounds. Vinny Biondo for South Brunswick and Corey Richings for the Bears.
See Bill Pavlock, retired from South Plainfield, coaching last year, but here scouting for
South Plainfield.
the Tigers up there with Ken Scott.
Probably came to scout South Brunswick, but they
They might
might have
be
learned
scouting the
something
wrong
about the
team,
Bears
yeah.
here tonight, huh?
Nicely said, yeah. They might be here scouting the wrong team.
2 for Richings, makes it 8-4.
Well, after tonight, this hits the papers. The Bears won't be a secret anymore. This is a very impressive win with a 37-18 insurmountable lead with Richings still on the mat.
30 seconds remaining in this final bout.
Certainly ended up not being the close dual meet I anticipated, with the Bears just dominating, putting on a dominance in the upper weight classes, really all the way through the match.
Yeah, and having read the papers coming in, I anticipated South Brunswick
Sure, and
coming
Corona
away, and
certainly
I'm
could have
just
won
I
one.
was hoping the Bears could hang tough.
Yeah,
The Bears hung tough, folks.
they hung real tough.
They sure did.
They're gonna
Corey
win this one.
Richings wins this final one 8-4, and the Bears will come away with a 40-0 to 18, winning 10 out of the 14 bouts.
Very impressive
Matches,
performance.
Unbelievable on the part of something I certainly didn't expect, and I know that you're very happy to see this.
Well, the Bears are going to be a team to be reckoned with this season, and good things to come, I'm sure.
And it's nice to see Coach Pazenko, who I had the pleasure of coaching for a long time as he grew from one stage to the next through football and some baseball and everything else that he could do. And it's nice to see him have some success here with the Bears.
We all know it's a lot more fun to win.
It sure is. And I was impressed with both teams in their stamina and their conditioning and the way they approached them. Each one of the matches, great sportsmanship on both teams, but it's certainly nice when the final score is 40-18 in favor of the Bears, winning 10 out of 14 matches. And we want to, if we were going to give the most valuable here tonight, I think we have to go back to our friend at 275 and Ralph Danis. And there were a lot of good wrestlers and outstanding, but that was a big one with Ralph putting him away.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay, we have been very happy to bring you this evening's wrestling match. Again, final score 40-18 in favor of the Bears. Stu Kohn, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And for Charlie King, we'll say good evening.